Hello, this is HelloGreenEyes, and welcome to the Stanley Parable. This game is available on Steam. I'll put the link in the description below. I've watched a few people play this. Oh, cool! Look at that. Just even the beginning, you can see my mouse moving in the tiny computer screen. It's Parableception. Anyway, I'm not going to really describe what this game is about. I'm just going to get into it. End is the never the end, is never the end, is loading. See how long this takes to load, however. Sorry, I'm still half unconscious. Literally have my coffee cup. Anyway, in this game, the playthroughs I've seen have been really funny.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I'm so glad I don't have it.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him
I wish I had a desk that big.
How long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
Seems boring as hell.
Every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Perhaps he was
happy.
You didn't look too happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
No instructions?
Or even say hi.
Most employees would be like, woo, freedom!
This happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
How do I move direction keys? Is it W? Oh, okay. They didn't tell me how to move. I got up from my desk. What does that cup say? I hate Mondays. Yeah, very stereotypical. See, you shouldn't use your papers as coasters, bro. That could be a very important report. Let me try to call somebody, maybe? Can I try? No? Okay, I got it from my desk. I'm looking around. Hello? Hello? The door's locked. All the doors are locked. Okay, this is weird.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Literally, it's like they were abducted.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I get it. You're telling me to go somewhere, but give me a second. What does this computer say? Oh, I turned it off. Oops, my bad. Hope you weren't trying to save something. Okay. Stereotypical landscape picture on the wall. Can I go in here? No. Look at all these numbers, man. No workplace works like this. None. Yeah, you have employee numbers, but you're not literally a number. Okay. Okay, all these doors are locked. Someone spilled their coffee. What is going on here? I don't like it. I don't like it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
See, I'm probably going to do more than one playthrough of this. This time around, I'm going to follow what he says. Next time around, I'm not doing what the freaking announcer tells me to do. So what's the door on the left? Now what? Okay. Guessing this is the meeting room?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Come on. Let it ball up inside you. Take out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using slice to assure employees that everything is okay. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Yeah. But sad this is very stereotypically what they use for, like, meetings and for introductions to new workplaces. Number of slides on this slide. Oh, that's good. Okay. Look at one more before we go. The same chart depicts the same information. To do, synergize, core value, blah, blah, blah. Monotonize, free to play. Okay. Broom closet. What's in the broom closet?
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. I said I would do what he said this time. This is probably going to make it for a more boring playthrough, but next time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, let's see what this is about. No, oh god, okay. Oh, look at how fancy and shit it is up here. Okay. What is going on here? You can't go to the executive bathroom? It's probably one of those you have to have a key to get in. Okay, secretary's gone. Can't go in there. I love how you're only giving me one choice here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course,
2845. Stanley
couldn't possibly have known this.
Why is there a fireplace in here? Who has a freaking fireplace in their boss's office? Ashtray. Can I steal the liquor? Can I? Oh, it's
Stanley
a
just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I'm doing this for
2845.
Oh, he's telling me to put it in 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
I was trying to.
Amazing.
Oh, this is why you had a fireplace.
Passageway.
What? What is going on here? But no, like I was trying to follow what the narrator said. He's like, "Oh, he couldn't possibly know." So I was just standing around like an idiot because I wasn't supposed to know. But he kept emphasizing it, so fine. I entered your stupid key. Now what's going on here? Dun dun dun. There's like some Area 51 shit back here or something. What is going on in this office? Where is everybody? Who knows? I know it seems kind of boring thus far, but it's funnier when you piss the announcer guy off, from what I've seen. Which I plan on doing shortly. I just try to follow along for now. Because deep down, I listen to directions.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. How did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Freedom.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Freedom, the freedom to think for myself. How fabulous. Okay, let's
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Okay, this time I'm gonna follow what he says. It's gonna make for a boring playthrough, but next time around I'm not gonna be nice.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
That's a lot of TVs.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah. If anything, I could go back the other way and escape. So, there's always that back option. As long as they don't close the door on me, because that would suck. Now what? Oh, another button.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature revealed.
Where's mine? Which one was my number?
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Some fucked up shit. Like, what are we doing in here? What job exactly were we doing just pushing buttons for hours? Was this an alien social experiment? For conformity? I don't know what's going on.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
I was 427, right?
Had he been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh, there's a big fired over there. Fired. Okay. Oh, okay. Guess I'm supposed to go up this now.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
I love this narrator. Never.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For
yes.
He would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How do I do that? Do I go through over here? Facility power. Yes. We're gonna shut off the machine that controls us all. That's our goal here. I don't know what that button is.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Whatever he says. What is it? What did that do? What did that do? What did it do? Is that the end? Because I shut the power off? Oh. This is really dark in here. What's happening? What's happening?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
What's going on? Power?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Yes.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone?
Yeah, they never really answered that.
Freed from the machine's grasp. What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
It was freedom.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives.
Oh wow, that's so pretty.
And that was
yay, freedom! Am I in a farmhouse?
The only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Cool.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
Aww, he's free.
The immense possibility of the
Go,
new
Stanley,
path
go.
before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay! Stanley's happy. Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. Okay. So I did basically just what he told me to do. You know, that playthrough was really quick, so I'm actually going to defy him a little bit and see what happens. I know there's a lot of possibilities based on how you defy him what happens, so I'm just going to give it a quick whirl and pray. Load faster. Load faster. Thank you. You heard me. It's like the machines know. Okay. Go, 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 go. Load, load, load. Okay, I'm back at the office again. I don't have to go through the intro again, which is nice. I'm gonna just...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
No,
Perhaps
I didn't.
he had simply missed a memo.
No, I didn't. I'm gonna go to that fucking broom closet you wanted me to get out of so badly. Where's the broom closet? Give me the broom closet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Oh, wait.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope, I'm going to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Nope, I'm moving on.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. What is this? What is
Stanley was
this?
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Screw you with your directions, bro. Okay. What is this? Is this the warehouse? Cool. Got forklifts. And can I jump or anything? No? Just move.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Has it
There's
really?
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her? Who's her? I should have gone through that door down there. I can't now, because I can't jump, so I would die.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
This dude's just trying to spin a story now. Okay, going through the very bleak, scary-looking door. What the
That's so,
fuck?
Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
What happened?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
This
I'm
dude's a
trying to make
dick.
a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't want to. I don't like mannequins. Screw your mannequin.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Fuck you, bro. See? I knew I shouldn't have trusted you. You're freaky. Ugh. Not like you're giving me a choice.
This is
Fuck
a very
your
sad
mannequin.
story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? No. No, I'm not pressing M. Fuck you. I'm not pressing it. You can't kill me. I worked too hard. Fuck you and your ugly mannequin. I don't want to. I'm not pressing it. I'm just gonna stand awkwardly in this corner. What do you think about that, huh, narrator guy? Huh? I guess we're at an impasse. Now what? You're lucky I'm recording, otherwise I would just stand here for an hour.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Whatever.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Well, it's not like you're giving me a choice.
Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No, I didn't choose shit. Get me out of here. Can I kill the mannequin?
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
This narrator's a douche. I'm trying to push other buttons to see if it's doing anything. It's not.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
So he's saying this is a fantasy now.
Excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something.
So they're just reflecting on the entire game that just happened.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous
blah blah blah. We get
it. And mind
we get it.
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
A baby? Oh.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this freedom.
I love how this floor is slowly changing.
Down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Fuck you, it will change!
The more invested he gets, the more he forgets.
No, don't trap me. Don't trap me in here.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'm not gonna push it. I'm not pushing it. I'm not pushing it. What do you want me to do? You're not giving me a choice. If I need this game to progress in any way, you're forcing me to push the fucking button. And I want to push the button. They're not really giving me a choice. The choice, giving me a fake choice, but ending up with a lack of choice, that's not a choice.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Give me an actual choice. You know what? Fine. I'll question nothing. I'm over.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps,
okay.
Well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And
they didn't even make me press a button for that one. They're just like, please die. Like... So, okay. I'm determined to show y'all something a little more exciting than this. So this time we're going to go into the fucking broom closet. I don't remember what that does exactly, but I remember it's more exciting than that, than just standing with a mannequin wife.
All of his co-workers were gone.
It starts all over again.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
I'm not going in the fucking meeting room. You can go fuck yourself, bro. You pissed me off. You gave me a fake mannequin wife and made me think I had happiness. Screw you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
he
entered the
Where is the broom closet?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Blah, blah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Is anything gonna happen? Is anything gonna happen? I thought there was something that happened if you went in here, but it might be just in the initial loadout before it reloads everything of the past memories of shit you've already done. That's what I'm assuming. I guess there's nothing to do in here. Okay. Well, next time I play this, I'll just run straight in here first. I'm gonna go
Coming
down
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Going downstairs!
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment.
I would think I was crazy.
None of it made any logical sense.
Another spilled coffee.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
They were
Stanley
repeating!
said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Whee!
Then he imagined imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
Ooh!
And it too appeared.
Yeah!
It was so
Go through
much fun,
space.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's the main question,
Now
bro.
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
This is very meta.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
This is
And while
definitely
he thought it all
Inception.
very
We're going with
well
that.
and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world...
Sorry, it's really hard to talk when Mr. Narrator's talking. Let me wake up.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want.
I thought you said I didn't have a wife.
Exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay. What? I'm still here!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Oh my God!
Who am I? And everything went black.
That's creepy as fuck.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? Am I a woman
Mariella
now?
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
What the fuck? I've never seen this ending before.
I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
So conformity is bad, is what this game is all about, I'm assuming.
So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
That's a fuck of a way to end the game. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. There's a lot more possibilities that can happen. And if you want to see those, let me know, because I'm kind of curious about them myself. So I'll probably give it another playthrough at some point. Fuck this office! Anyway, thank you for joining me today. The link for the game is in the description below. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles.